Hi guys, today I wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking a lot about, and I know a lot of people have different opinions about it, so this is just mine. If you like to use this term and it works for you, that's totally cool. This is just why I find it problematic. So there is a trend in some circles to refer to disabled people as differently abled. The prefix dis, meaning apart or away from, led some people to believe that disabled meant not having ability or apart from ability. The response was to create a term that highlighted people's ability rather than what they couldn't do, and thus differently abled was born. I personally find that this is a problematic term because it implies that disability is a negative thing, that the term disabled is bad and so we need a way to make it better. That mindset is very pervasive in our society, and it's not surprising that we shied away from the term disabled. Most people view disability in a negative way. That's not to say that most people hate disabled people, it's just that there's a common idea that being disabled is something that is bad and sad and something to have pity for. I think that if we actually saw disability as something that is just different, then we wouldn't need to find nicer ways to describe it. At the end of the day, the term differently abled didn't come into this world to help disabled people. The only service it provides is to make able-bodied people more comfortable with disability without actually tackling the reasons that they feel uncomfortable in the first place. Using the label disabled gives people access to the resources and accommodations they need to live life with their impairment, while the term differently abled only works to minimize the needs of disabled people by avoiding the truth that we actually need to make change in our society so that disabled people fully have access to all spaces, forms of media, knowledge, and social spheres. Differently abled is a word we use to soften the blow of disability, which is seen as a harsh reality that we want to ignore. And I would argue that the language we use towards disabled people says a hell of a lot about how we feel about disability. We ignore it. As with all language we use to describe marginalized identities, it's important to recognize where our internal biases lie and how that informs our language. So that's all I have to say about this topic. If you like this video, go ahead and like it and subscribe to my channel to see more videos about disability and other topics. And let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts about, terms that you find offensive or that you use, or how you navigate that sea. Let me know below. Peace, bye!